Hey there, fellow travelers! Welcome back to another exciting episode of our travel adventures. Today, we're exploring Verona, a beautiful city more commonly known as the Romeo and Juliet city in northern Italy. Verona is also listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Casa di Giulietta, Juliet's balcony. Based on historical unconfirmed information, they say Shakespeare never visited Verona but wrote a few of his plays, including Romeo and Juliet based in Verona, based on his imagination of Italy. Despite Juliet being fictional, this iconic Juliet's balcony landmark is a very crowded tourist spot in Verona. You too can use your imagination, admire the intricate architecture of the 13th century house, and ascend to Juliet's balcony. This is where in the famous balcony scene in Romeo and Juliet, Romeo sneaks into Juliet's yard. He sees Juliet appears on her balcony and Romeo overhears Juliet wishes that Romeo wasn't from the rival family. He then reveals himself to her, declaring his love. They exchange vows of love and plan to marry, despite the feud between their families. The balcony scene is one of the most iconic moments in Shakespeare literature, capturing the forbidden love shared between Romeo and Juliet. There is a bronze statue of Juliet as a popular spot for photos and selfies. Some believe that touching the statue of Juliet's right breast brings luck and love. Verona Arena. The Verona Amphitheater is an ancient gem. Its elliptical shape wasn't a random choice. It was carefully designed to ensure everyone in the 25,000 capacity audience had a great view. Originally built around 30 AD, it hosted exciting events like gladiator fights. But over time, it went through changes. Back in the day, it was surrounded by a protective outer wall, which later got taken down in the 6th century to build Verona's city wall. Sadly, an earthquake in the 11th century damaged the amphitheater. Over time, people still needed a place for public events, so the amphitheater was revived and remains a symbol of Verona's rich history. Today, you can attend operas and concerts in the Verona Arena, with visitors raving about the acoustics of the Verona Arena. Piazza delle Erbe. A beautiful square as the heart of Verona, a vibrant marketplace where you can people watch. There are many statues, but the two main notable sites in the square are the fountain in the middle of the square with a statue Madonna Verona, and a sculpture of a winged Venetian lion, a symbol of Venice. The Venetian lion is a symbol of the city of Venice, and the statue is a reminder that Verona was once a part of Venice. You can see many stalls selling fresh produce, local crafts, and souvenirs, making it a perfect spot for souvenir hunting. There are a lot of restaurants, cafes, and bars if you would like some Italian food, gelato, or sip on a classic Aperol spritz. Additionally, the square is surrounded by historical landmarks such as the 14th century Lamberti Tower, and you can get a great overview from the Palazzo Maffei rooftop. Tip: a visit to the inside of the Palazzo Maffei is also not to be missed. It is a home of an art collector with an amazing contemporary and historic art with descriptions in English and Italian. Lamberti Tower. The Lamberti Tower is Verona's tallest medieval tower, offering panoramic views of the city. The tower has a long history spanning several centuries, marked by various catastrophes. In 1403, it was struck by lightning, leading to its restoration and enlargement. You can go up the tower by climbing its staircase or by using the elevator to enjoy the breathtaking views. When at the top, Verona's skyline is the highlight of the visit to the Lamberti Tower. You can also consider visiting during sunset or nighttime to witness the city illuminated against the darkening sky. Castelvecchio. You can visit Castelvecchio, a fortress-turned-museum, where it houses Renaissance masterpieces and medieval artifacts such as armor and swords. There are a lot of religious arts to see here. The building itself is stunning. You can cross the Castelvecchio Bridge, also known as Ponte Pietr, and admire views of the Adige River or admire the city's skyline from the castle's walls. The walk around the ancient walls is a must. Basilica di San Zeno Maggiore. This basilica is a Romanesque architecture, very historic. It is known for its bronze doors with intricate details depicting biblical scenes and saints, a must-see attraction. Once you are inside, you can see its stunning features. The basilica is dedicated to the former bishop and patron saint of Verona, San Zeno, who was originally from Africa. The crypt in the basilica is the place where Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet was married. Giardino Giusti. This garden is designed in the Renaissance style with historical significance dating back to the 16th century. It offers visitors a peaceful retreat amidst lush greenery. You can take a leisurely stroll in this garden, visit its maze, see its tall cypress trees, or follow the winding pathways in the garden to discover hidden corners and scenic viewpoints. Ponte Pietr, which means stone bridge, is a beautiful bridge built by the Romans when they first came to Verona. It is the oldest bridge in Verona. For an authentic experience of Verona's beauty, this spot offers an excellent vantage point for city view and the Adige River. In our views, it's a must-see. You can take a leisurely stroll along its ancient cobblestone path and admire the graceful arches and weathered stones. Pause to soak in the reflections of the city's skyline mirrored in the shimmering waters below. Teatro Romano. Step into the footsteps of ancient Romans at Teatro Romano, an archaeological gem nestled in Verona, which hosted dramatic performances and gladiator contests. To reach the Teatro Romano, visitors can cross the Ponte Pietr and turn right before reaching the entrance building. Along the way, they can enjoy lovely views of the ruins. While the Teatro Romano is smaller than the main arena in Verona, it is still worth visiting for its historical significance. Additionally, there is a museum located behind the theater that offers further insights into the site's history and artifacts, making it a must-see for visitors interested in ancient Roman culture and architecture. The Santa Anastasia Basilica is one of the most important basilica in the city. The basilica is famous for its beautiful Gothic architecture and long history. The building combines elements of Romanesque and Gothic styles, and they blend nicely together. Travel tip: you can consider purchasing a Verona Card, the card cover entry to almost all of the sites and main attractions shared in this video, and it is definitely worth the money. There are two versions of the card available: a 24-hour card for €27 and a 48-hour card for €32. And that is not all. With the Verona Card, you can travel on buses in the city for free. You just need to ensure you can plan to see all your hit list attractions in 24 to 48 hours. In addition, food was lovely in Verona and prices were cheaper than other major Italian cities. Go ahead and feast all day long. Location and day trip. Verona, this small city was strategically located near two major cities, Milan and Venice. If you are considering doing a day trip out of Verona, and if you haven't been to Venice, Venice would be hands down our recommendation for a day trip due to its uniqueness. It's a city in Italy that's famous for being built on water. Instead of roads, there are canals, and people travel around in boats called gondolas. But if you have already been to Venice, you should consider visiting Lake Garda. Italy is home to many beautiful lakes, and one lake that you can't miss would be Lake Garda, Italy's largest lake. On the shores of Lake Garda, Sirmione, Peschiera del Garda and Desenzano are all worth visiting. Sirmione is famous for its picturesque city at the southern tip of Lake Garda and its well-preserved medieval castle, Scalager Castle. Don't miss the archaeological site of Grotte di Catullo. Visitors are drawn to its thermal baths, historic sites, and narrow streets lined with shops and cafes. Peschiera del Garda is a charming town located at the southernmost point of Lake Garda. Its star-shaped fortress, Fortezza di Peschiera, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a notable attraction. The town is also known for its scenic waterfront promenade, lively atmosphere, and delicious seafood restaurants. Desenzano del Garda is a town situated on the southwestern shore of Lake Garda. There is a beautiful lakeside promenade, a historic town center with quaint streets and squares, and a lively nightlife scene. Each of these towns has its own charm, making them popular destinations for travelers to Lake Garda. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed touring Verona. Please don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe for more videos.